Hey, what's up guys? It's SirTagCR, and today we're back again with a very high skill Hog Rider cycle deck. This deck has bait proponents with the firecracker and the bats. So if your opponent drops arrows on top of your firecracker, you can always go in for a Hog Rider plus bats push on offense to punish them. One of my favorite things about this deck is its ridiculously great defense. You're able to go kite units to the opposite lane with an ice golem, you're able to freeze everything with the ice spirit, knock it back with a log, and defend any tank deck, whether it's a golem, giant, or elixir golem, very easily with a mini pekka. The main reason that this deck is so high skill is if you're not able to break through with your Hog Rider, you have to defend while you rocket cycle out your opponent. It's a very difficult deck to play, but it is one of the best decks when mastered. So let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance and get a lot better at Clash Royale at playing some Hog Rider cycle. And if you guys are not already supporting me in the shop, my creator code is SirTag. By using creator code SirTag, I get a percentage of all money spent in the shop at no extra cost to you. It allows me to spend more time on my videos, and I really appreciate it. So we're gonna Ice Spirit at the river, and we're gonna see what's up. This guy is dropping absolutely nothing, so we're gonna wait and see if we can get some value with that. Does not connect to the tower, but we do bait out a knight, interestingly enough. Knight bomb tower. So what I'm thinking is this is going to be a graveyard deck. It's going to be graveyard ice wizard baby dragon with poison and barb barrel tornado. So the two things that I'm a little bit worried about, the bomb tower, the tornado. So I'm going to have to like rocket cycle if I can. We will be able to rocket and hit that inferno dragon. It will get close to the tower, so we'll snag that. It's obviously not the best elixir trade, but he's going to go poison our firecracker, which obviously gives us one elixir to deal with. So we do a -1 elixir trade for 200 more damage on his tower, because he does a -1 elixir trade, but we do a -2. So -1 overall. Pretty okay for me. I'm going to Ice Spirit here. Whoa. Do you have double dragon graveyard? That's so weird. I've never seen this before. Inferno dragon, baby dragon, graveyard. What? Huh? Maybe he doesn't have tornado then. It's a possibility that he doesn't have tornado. We'll see. These bats will give us some value. We're not going to be able to break through, but we will be able to kill the bomb tower. Hey, the bats actually did give us some damage. I wasn't expecting that. Nice Christmas present, eh? We can log for some chip damage, and we'll save our firecracker and mini pekka. He's gotten smart. He's wizened up, boys. He's not going to allow us to do that anymore. He could poison here, so I want to go and kill his Inferno Dragon as quickly as possible, and I want to get some decent counter push. I need to log those skeletons, so then our tower is going to be able to focus on the rest of them alive and not staying on top of the Inferno Dragon. We need to kill that Inferno Dragon as quickly as possible. So you guys saw what I did. I dropped the bats in a spot that would kill the Inferno Dragon, but also give us a lot of utility if he decides to poison as well, right? He's going to poison, and he couldn't hit. Could not hit us. Not hit those bats because they were so far up, distracting the Inferno Dragon and killing it. And that's really important because he seemed like the adventurous type. He wouldn't have went in for that graveyard without knowing that he had an answer to our bats. And then I decided to go in for a log because I needed to clean up the skeletons. If we're going for bats on defense, then I'm going to be separating it from our firecracker so he's not able to kill everything with the poison. Now everything's going to be fine and dandy. Going for an ice golem. And we should be able to rocket cycle at this point. So I'm not really able to break through with Hog Riders in a lot of scenarios. So I just need to stop him from crossing the river whenever I can. So I want to go for mini pekka, firecracker, and try to win the battle at the river here. So I'm going to go for bats. I'm going to go for ice golem. I'm going to go in for ice spirit. Probably have to go for a log, and we should be okay. I don't think he's going to get any damage because I logged. Very, very clean, guys. So I can go for probably a Hog Rider here because we're going to bait out a bomb tower, and the firecracker is still going to give us value. And then maybe I can rocket on top of the knight. No, the knight's not going to stay there. We're not going to push it back either, are we? So close. It's so far away. So all we have to do here is defend. If we defend, guys, we can win the game. All we need to do is like rocket plus log one time. So I'm going to try to go in for bats around on top of the baby dragon. And the firecracker should be able to secure the W here if the ice golem is able to tank. So I need to rocket, log, and win the game, guys. So we're rocketing first. We're going to cycle to our log. We need an ice spear on top of the barbarian barrel so it doesn't get a single hit. And we come away with the victory against a bomb tower graveyard deck. Graveyard has a tremendous matchup advantage in double elixir because it just poisons our bats and we lose. And firecracker admittedly doesn't do so well against graveyard, so you have to play this matchup really aggressively because your bats are your only answer, and that only works in single elixir. So we're going to start open this game with a Hog Rider. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This man is going to go for guards. So when we see guards, we're going to go for a log right on top of it. Give him the love of the log. Get some early chip damage on him. I don't really know what this could be after seeing guards, though. It's just awkward. They're not a card that you see very often. I have to go Ice Spirit to kill those, so then they don't get immediately on top of my tower. They have a range, which is really obnoxious when paired with Miner, so they get damage really quickly on top of you. from a distance. They don't have to get up close and personal to your tower. Oh, that mini pekka. He was looking for that damage. He didn't get it though. So he could have miner here. I don't know, man. Oh wait, no, he cycled miner earlier, right? I don't remember. Sometimes I forget things when I'm commentating, guys. But yeah, I think he's got miner. He didn't have it in cycle, so he poisoned instead. It was a little bit scary if he was going to have miner in cycle because our firecracker was right here, so there wasn't really much room for it to get pushed back. Usually the firecracker evades the miner. You're able to drop stuff and you're fine, but if it's backed into a corner, it can't back up anymore. So there's going to be the miner again. This guy's crazy. He just keeps cycling it out of lane, out of cycle with the firecracker. I don't really like that play on his end at all. We can go in for another Hog Rider play. Yeah, so he went for guards plus miner. That was the push. That's why I thought he didn't have miner in cycle. I was like, wait, why did it say he could cycle miner there? Anyway, this is one of those matchups that I feel pretty confident with. I know that as long as he doesn't have arrows, we're in a really good spot. I'm going to wait for that guard to get a hit, and then we can just go in for an Ice Spirit here. Rather get chip damage on his tower here. Actually, the guard didn't even get a hit. Feels good, man. It's really close. It's ridiculously close, rather. I want to go in for Mini Pekka because he doesn't have guards in cycle, so he'll probably have to go for a Goblin Cage, and if he does that, then he won't have an answer to the Hog Rider. Also, the Firecracker pierced through and hit the tower, if you guys saw that. That was a crazy interaction. I'm dropping our bats high up, so then he's having to drop cards that he doesn't want to. Very difficult for him to defend that. We can go for Mini Pekka here. It's going to be forced to poison, and then we can get an Ice Golem down. So this is phenomenal, guys. We activated King Tower somehow. I don't know how that happened either, but yeah, he's saying oops as well. Did the miner, after killing a Firecracker, go on top of that? Oh, wait, did I Chief Pat? I don't know if it's going to reach it in time. That was really close. No, it's going to hit. That's clean, baby. That's clean. So we can go for Firecracker on defense. We can go for an Ice Golem, and then we have to go in for bats on top of the Baby Dragon. So the Ice Golem is going to be tanking. Then we get so much damage on this. If we're able to kill the miner and have the Lava Hound pop on top of, let's say, an Ice Golem or Mini Pekka, we could defend this. I don't think he's going to be able to win with 12 seconds remaining. If all the pops go towards that instead, and he's not able to spell us in time, we could win. Oh, baby. He's going to cycle back to a miner. He is cycling back, but it's not going to be in time. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. I think one of the most clutch cycles for us was cycling the Mini Pekka on the left-hand side when he didn't have guards, so then he wasn't able to allocate all of his elixir for that offense. He was forced to go and drop a Goblin Cage. The Goblin Cage gave him no counter push on the side that he was looking for, so he was incredibly distraught. Go for a log here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. Definitely want to go for a Hog Rider to open up the game, and we'll see what he's going to do. So he's still not cycling anything. He's going to Tornado that for sure. Oh, he's going to Mega Knight instead. All right. We get one Hog Rider hits, which is pretty good for me. I'm happy with that. I'm content here. I want to go for a Firecracker, and I want to go Ice Golem to kite to the opposite lane. I don't want a Mini Pekka just yet. I want to be able to kill the Ice Wizard and then have the Mini Pekka go back on top of the Mega Knight without the Mega Knight jumping for joy on top of us. And we keep the Mini Pekka a little bit healthier too. No Ice Wizard damage on our tower as well. So what are you going to have, dude? You're going to have guards. You're going to have Ice Wizard. You're going to have Mega Knight. This is a very interesting deck. I haven't seen anything like this in a long, long time. He might try to activate King Tower here, so let's go and do this. Oh my gosh. Yes. I was really hopeful that he would drop like some type of spell on top of that. I didn't think he was going to have Zap though. I thought we would get like a log, but very fortunate for us. Can we just talk about how this guy has got Tesla and Mega Knight? He really hates his Hog Riders. But in this type of matchup, very fun to just rocket cycle. It's impossible to break through, guys. I can get one Hog Rider hit when he decides to go for a Mega Knight, and that's about it. But I can rocket cycle this man to death. I'm never going to be able to break through a Tesla. I don't have the capability of doing so. So he's going to have Poison, so it looks like he's probably going to have a Poison cycle deck with maybe Rocket. That's what I would assume. Maybe Rocket, Poison, Mega Knight, Tornado. I don't know, dude. This is so funky. It's really odd to see it. I think we want to go for Ice Golem, so it's going to be a little bit more robust in the face of a Ice Wizard. We can log for some more chip damage. Then we can Firecracker immediately after. It doesn't matter if he activates King Tower, guys. Let's get that straight. Can have Minor Poison. Okay. Still fine on my end. Not actually disappointed by this matchup too much. Could be worse if he had Tornado, and it could be worse if he had Rocket. Rocket is the thing that's scary. When they have great defensive capabilities and then also Rocket, then it's sketchy. I think I can Ice Golem Kite to this opposite lane. And then since he doesn't have a miner with it, I don't have to worry about anything at all. I want to go for another Firecracker in the back, and he's starting to poison, which is really good for us. If you're trying to spell cycle a person that has Rocket cycle, you are not going to win if you have poison. I do more damage here. I have the big boy pants on, sir. I think we can go in for an Ice Golem here, and then maybe just rock it again. You think he's going to Mega Knight because he has to. We're forcing him to play his hand here. He can't just passively cycle into us. It's not going to work. You have to Mega Knight, but we also have Mini Pekka, so that doesn't really work either. So as you guys can see, this matchup might seem really intimidating for a lot of people, but in reality, it's extremely easy. You just rocket cycle, you go in for logs, and because your cycle is faster than his, you don't play it like a Hog Rider cycle deck, you play it like a rocket cycle deck. Same thing with log bait, with traditional, classic Ice, Spirit, and Inferno Tower variation. You win by just rocket cycling in so many scenarios with Princesses at the River and logging. Same concept with this deck. GG, well played, and peace out. You just have a faster cycle here, and that's all it is. It's the only difference. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance all over Mega Knight, Tesla, Minor, Poison. I'm going to go for a Hog Rider to open up this game right into the face of adversity, into a Furnace and Goblin Gang. I'm going to go for a log here. Unfortunately, we're not able to hit the second wave of Fire Spirits, so we're going to have to wait and drop an Ice Spirit as soon as one of them dies. So one of them dies, then the next Fire Spirit doesn't fully kill the Ice Spirit, so it's able to jump on the next wave. Notice this, right? It's going to be able to kill the next wave of Fire Spirits because I waited. Unfortunately, this guy's going to have Golem. So Golem's going to be difficult with this deck. He's saying good luck because he knows he's in a phenomenal situation. He's BMing us quite a bit. So we're going to mute him because he seems like a very, I don't know, optimistic fellow. Let's just call him that. Ooh, Mini Pekka at the river. All right. I need an Ice Spirit here, and then I need to go for Ice Golem and then Mini Pekka of our own. So this Ice Golem is going to be tanking for the Mini Pekka, and he does not get a scratch on our Mini Pekka. That was brilliant. Dropping the Ice Spirit, then the Ice Golem, and just completely unscathed now. So we know he's going to go in for a Goblin Gang. We have to pre-log it, I think. So we're going to... Oh! You know what? He's a sneaky fellow. He's a very sneaky sir. I kept up with this card cycle, but he didn't allow me to get victorious right off that, man. Oh, we're a bit sad. I was about to give him the crying emote because I'm a sad panda, but I'm not allowed to do that. We have to show no mercy on this man. We can't allow him to show us any weakness. Show weakness. It's like blood in the water. It's a shark, man. He'll get a little bit more confident in himself. We need Ice Golem to go and stop that. We can Hog Rider again. Hog Rider will not take any damage. Probably bait out something. Then we can go for bats. The Fire Spirits don't do as much work on our tower. Guys, this is a difficult matchup. He's going to have Mini Pekka and Furnace. Mini Pekka, Furnace, and Night Witch with Golem. So there's a lot of things for that we can't break through, and a high offensive capability from him as well. So in this type of matchup, I think we have to go balls to the walls. We have to do something crazy here. Like get a Mini Pekka on top of his tower with a Hog Rider tanking. That's how we have to win. Honestly. So the Mini Pekka gets on top, we're chilling, but not convinced that that will happen, guys. Does get on top. That's really, really good. And he's going to be down a lot of elixir. He might lightning me. He could lightning me. Yeah, it looked like he was a lightning, sir. Looked like the lightning type of person. Okay, we're going to Ice Golem. Ah, the Ice Golem's not tanking anymore, eh? I was hoping the Ice Golem would stay alive a little bit longer for us. Alas, no such thing happened here. So he could lightning. I can't let that happen. I have to go for an Ice Golem and then have the Fire Spirits go towards that. I want to go on the other side now with our Mini Pekka. If the Mini Pekka somehow breaks through, that'd be ideal, but I can't promise that either. We're not promising things that we can't deliver on. Oh, he's going to try to log us into range that he can lightning. That's brilliant. If he's able to accomplish that, we will lose. So I need an Ice Golem here, so then the Fire Spirits lock onto that. He's going to try to lightning. It didn't work out. So maybe I can get a Mini Pekka through, guys. This is our last stand. Our final countdown is here. Can we get the Mini Pekka through, boys? He is not letting it happen. Oh, no. This is a travesty. I don't think we can win. He's going to lightning my butt. I need to go for bats. It's not happening, guys. GG, well played, and peace out. I think I played that as well as I could. Sometimes you will play really difficult matchups. This is one of them. He's going to have a ridiculous hard counter, my man. Yeah, he is still BMing and not dropping his lightning. I would love to get a bats down, but I don't even think bats have enough health points to stop it. That is such a bad matchup. The issue there was he actually predicted us to go for the prediction log when we knew his card cycle and we weren't able to hit the Goblin Gang. In that matchup, if we don't have a really clean play like that, he's just gonna have too many ways of stopping our Hog Rider from ever breaking through and great counter push aggression with the Golem. The Golem is always gonna get an astounding amount of chip damage on us, unlike a miner that we can just ignore. So we can't rocket cycle him there either. So this guy's gonna go for Valkyrie in the back. Let's go for an Ice Golem in the same lane and we'll see what we can accomplish. I definitely want to go for bats in the same lane as well. And he's probably going to have Earthquake with this deck, or it could just be a simple Execution or Rocket Cycle deck as well. In our case, we have a better matchup then because we can Rocket Cycle a little bit quicker than him. So hopefully it's going to be Rocket Cycle. I'd love to see that. Ooh, not the deck that we were anticipating at all. He's going to have a Furnace with Hog Rider. Very funky stuff, my dude. And he's going to have Mini Pekka? Oh no, he's going to have 2 counters to us. So yeah, this is going to be a difficult one, guys. Actually going to be a bit spicy. I thought this would be very easy, but unfortunately, we don't get the easy matchup that we wanted. We have to log back that Mini Pekka so it doesn't get as much damage on us. I don't think it gets a hit. It was very, very close to. That Mini Pekka was about to touch our tower. He was tasting it, and he just couldn't get it, man. It was a lick away from touching our tower. So we can just go for an Ice Spirit here. And maybe we can go for a Hog Rider Bats on the right. He's going to Mini Pekka. Maybe we can go for a Firecracker to get some chip damage and pierce through. He's going to go for Bats and Furnace again. So when you play against double counters, whether it's Ice Wizard, Tornado plus Tombstone, or this type of shenanigans with Mini Pekka plus Furnace, you need to start Rocket Cycling because you're not going to be able to outcycle both of them at the same time. So our Hog Rider will be extremely beneficial to damage down the Furnace, so then we don't have to like drop cards on defense to mitigate its Fire Spirit's value. But I can't really rely on the Hog Rider to pierce through and get damage on him. So I'm not going to Hog Rider cycle as often as I can. Rather just rocket when it gives me value behind his tower like that. He's going to Fireball as well for a -1 elixir trade. And I assume he might Mini Pekka at the river or something. He's going to Hog Rider instead. So we can go in for our own Mini Pekka, shut down that Hog Rider with only 1 hit on our tower. Then we can go for a Hog Rider counter push. If our Mini Pekka stays alive, we might be able to get significant damage on top of his Mini Pekka. Oh my gosh, it's still alive, guys. We're going to be able to decimate that Furnace and potentially get a hit off. That's so good for me. That is so good. So I can log or I can Ice Golem. I want to Ice Golem. He is not going to give us the log value to get some chip damage on him. And cycle back to a Hog Rider really aggressively here, dropping all of our cheapest elixir cost cards. He missed a couple of the bats too, and now I can start to Rocket Cycle as I was talking about before. Very hard to break through this man, so that's what I need to do. I need to start rocketing him when I can. So I'm going to use my Mini Pekka and log on defense against his next Hog Rider. I assume he should do it soon. He might Fireball, so I don't want to drop our Firecracker in the lane that he could Fireball. We want to Ice Golem, but we want to make sure that the Valkyrie is going to be pulled farther away. And the Fireball is going to allow him to get some damage there, but he just allocated a Zap, so he's going to have to Furnace here. He's going to have to, so then the Bats can get on top of the tower. That's going to be really, really good. He didn't have Zap and Cycle, so notice how I dropped my Bats really far away so they could go as close to the tower as possible, and we got a connection. We won the game. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. We're going to Ice Spirit at the river, and we're going to see if we can get some easy chip damage early on. This man is going to go for a Skeleton, so I want to go for a Hog Rider. Since the Skeletons are going to die, I can just go and cycle the Hog in the same lane. It doesn't really matter. He's going to have Tesla. I could log this just to cycle some more, see what else he's going to do. I don't think that we're going to get a Hog Rider hit on the tower, but that's okay. So he's going to go in for an Expo. I need to go Ice Golem opposite lane. See if he goes in for anything here. I think I can Mini Pekka. Yeah, Mini Pekka and Ice Spirit. This Mini Pekka should get on top of the Expo because he's not going to have any way to stop it. He cycled the Skeletons, so his distraction cards are quite limited. We might be able to outcycle him here. Remember, he just cycled his Snowball, so the Bats could be quite useful on offense here. Unfortunately, the Bats are not going to get on top of the tower. The Hog Rider does get a hit, though. And we're able to body block and stop the Musketeer from locking on with the Hog Rider and get damage. So that's what I call a positive elixir trade. OJ would be so proud, man. He'd be like, Jake, you emphasized it so well. Good pronunciation. OJ, if he has a kid, not first word, but first phrase, he's going to say it all at once. Positive elixir trade. That is going to be the first series of words that kid says. I swear, man. I'm going to go and drop a log here. Unfortunately, guys, whenever we cycle a rocket on top of that collector, we know he's going to get a free Expo, right? I should have logged on top of the Expo, but it's okay. We can Ice Golem, Hog Rider, Bats, and maybe be able to kill this thing. If we put it into a low range, then he's not able to go in for an Expo on offense and keep the other one alive, right? It's not looking super promising. At least it's single elixir, guys. At least the single elixir. We could rocket his next expo. And it's okay. We would take a bit of damage, but then he would be able to go in. Yeah, he's going to go for another expo, and then he's going to go in for a collector after, and it's going to be a bit annoying. I can already sense it. Maybe we get an ice golem down. I just want that expo to expire, man. I don't want to have 2 expos damaging down our ice golem, which will happen here. We're going to ice golem, and then we're going to hog rider. We're going to try to keep this mini pack alive a little bit longer. It's maybe going to go in for a Tesla. We'll see. Okay. That's going to be a dead expo. We're fine. We don't have to spend any extra elixir. I don't even have to log. That ice golem is going to be tanky for a bit. That is really, really good. I can ice spirit for some more chip. I can cycle my firecracker, rocket immediately. Trying to rocket that before doing anything else, just so he doesn't out-cycle us. And I think we want to go for a hog rider here. Unfortunately, the firecracker will not pull our hog rider to the opposite side, but that would be so cool. He's trying to activate King Tower. That didn't actually work out for him, which is also good for me. We can ice golem and wait. Then mini pack after. Ice spirit. I think maybe rocketing this is ideal, since the musketeer will stay inside there, right? And then the mini pack will stay alive, and it will still demand a response. That's so clean. That was really well played on our end. Heck yeah, buddy. So he's going to go in for a Tesla, unfortunately. That's going to give him a lot of value. But forcing out a snowball is good, because the bats were going towards his tower and didn't want that to happen. I need a log just for some easy chip damage. It's okay. Just playing safe rather than sorry. He's going to outcycle our rocket, but only by 2 cards. That's unfortunate, because there's no way that I'll ever be able to rocket this next expo. But I need to ice golem here. His Tesla's already cycled, so I don't think he's going to get back to it. We can go for a firecracker here. Maybe cycle a log. The firecracker's on top of the expo, so that's clean. That's going to be a good defense. We can keep the firecracker alive with a log, making sure that he's not able to kill it. Now he could snowball it, but then if he snowballs, then we can go hog rider and go for bats on the other side. I think he's going to snowball the right. If he doesn't, then the firecracker's going to be able to hit the expo. Ooh, those bats. Okay. Yeah. He elected to snowball on top of the bats instead of the firecracker. That was well played. Credit to you, my dude. And a firecracker here. Rocket before we ice spirit, so then we can get back to rocket a little bit quicker so you don't outcycle us. Really, really important to cycle the card that you want to first so you can get back to it quicker. Man, I think we can win this. This is, like, obviously a very difficult matchup. He has matchup advantage. All he has to do is bait out our rocket, and then he's able to go in for an aggressive expo. But I think we're playing this really well, and we might be able to win this just by lowest tower damage. There's no way for us to actually get damage on him. We just have to, like, chip him out. But yeah, we can win by lowest tower damage. So it's kind of a gimmicky way of winning, but it is still a way. Okay, we need to rocket this probably. That's too much. I can't not rocket that. I can't not rocket it, boys. It's too much value. OJ would have been so incredibly disappointed with me if I didn't do it. So we're going to ice golem kite to the opposite lane, and we need to go in for a hog rider mini pekka at the river, guys. I think we might rocket this as well. Oh, this is coming down to the wire. I need to rocket this. Wait a little bit of time. Then rocket. Hog rider on defense. So then the expo locks onto that. And we will be able to come away with the victory. Obviously a very close matchup, but it was a good one for us. As long as the expo doesn't do too much damage on the left. Yeah, no, it's not going to take it. GG, well played, and peace out, brother. Pleasure playing against you. Your lowest HP is going to be far lower than our lowest one. Pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your grand challenge. I'm going to go for bats in the back, and we're going to see what's up. This guy's going to go for a goblin gang, so when we see that, we know we were going to be playing against a bait player. Whether it's going to be mortar bait, hog rider cycle bait, or a log bait deck, I am ready to see it, brother. So you're going to have log bait with Inferno Tower probably after seeing the princess there instead of mortar bait. We're going to go for a hog rider on the left, and you're going to log. Yep, there's the Inferno Tower as anticipated. So in this matchup, we want to rocket cycle you. That's how we play it. We're both going to have rocket cycles, but I'm going to rocket cycle you out first, sir. So he does have a faster cycle as well. So I think that it could be difficult if I don't get any chip damage with my hog rider at any point and outcycle the Inferno Tower. But I think it's possible in single elixir for me to do so. So try to get this hog rider through. Keeping the firecracker alive is integral in any type of offense push. And that's going to be great, man. I can go for an ice golem to go and kite and block the princess. Then I can log. So then we're going to be able to kill the princess. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hit the goblin. I was really hoping that we'd be able to hit the goblin and deny all damage. I can reliably defend with bats. He will get some damage, but it's not going to amount to anything substantial like the right-hand side. So that ice golem was our savior, the MVP of this game undoubtedly. And I expect him to go in for a princess at the river. We'll just mini pekka it. In double elixir, we can start to rocket cycle. Heck, honestly, if I go for hog riders and he goes for Inferno Tower, it's a -1 transaction for him. So I like doing that. I'm about that life at all. Every single time we can do that, it's nice. It's clean. It's healthy for us. So one thing I know, he's probably in a princess. We have to firecracker it. He's not doing it. An ice golem in the middle, so then the princess locks onto it. So he's going to be less apt to princess. Going for the firecracker on the left because we want to deny all damage on that side opposed to the right. Doesn't really matter. Gets any chip damage there because it's the healthier tower. We can Hog Rider again, and he's probably going to rocket this or drop an Inferno Tower. We're going to have to wait and see. The Goblin Barrel is a -1 elixir cycle for him, so it's not good as well. He's probably going to princess, so we want to go for firecracker and ice golem, just so the princess doesn't lock on top of the firecracker. We wanted to cycle the firecracker first because we want to get back to that first in cycle. And he's going to go princess. Oh, baby. You don't know what you just did. You gave me a birthday present, brother. I just turned 23, and we're getting another birthday present. My 24th birthday came up early, man. Oh, he dropped a fire tower in the spot to activate the king tower, but he wasn't able to stop the Hog Rider from locking onto the tower. So that worked out really well as well for us. I can start to rocket cycle, as I said before. If he ever dares rocket cycle, maybe he'll be down too much elixir, and then Hog Rider is going to be able to catch him in a position where he won't have Inferno Tower, and then we can win the game. But if he consistently tries to go in for Inferno Towers on defenses against our Hog Rider, it's going to be a bad position for him. He can't reliably do that. It's going to be a negative trade, and then we're able to rocket cycle him in a situation where we're constantly getting positive elixir trades, so we're going to have more elixir to throw at him. GG, well played, and peace out. It was just really important to stop the princesses, and we always did.